In this video, we're going to take a look at how to market your digital product and the biggest mistake I see online course owners make with Facebook ads. What is up, everyone? I am Fish Fisher with Review Online Course, helping creators like you find the tools they need to build their first online course. If you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, and if you're not new, well then I welcome you back. Just remember, everything we mentioned in this video can be linked and found in the description box down below. All right, let's get started. Facebook advertising is an important way to connect with your audience on the world's largest social network. The ever-changing Facebook algorithm can make it a challenge to connect organically with fans, but Facebook's micro-targeting features allow you to reach your exact target audience that you're looking for. That means Facebook ads can get your message in front of people who are most likely going to buy your products and services. That's great for your budget, conversion rates, and return on investment. You only pay to reach the most valuable potential customers. Remember, it is important to understand the different Facebook ad types and targeting options before you dive in, if you want to get your best results. Let's walk you through what you need to know when creating your first ad. And make sure you stick around to the end of the video where I share 3 tips for accelerating your Facebook ads and how you can get yourself a $150 Amazon gift card. All right, so we're going to be marketing with Facebook ads. We're going to be taking a look at how to do that for digital products. The first step is to target your audience. What does that mean? Well, your audience is out there and you have to actually find them. You have to locate them. You have to target them. Well, at the top of the screen, you will see this campaign name, and you'll also see pages that you can check out or promote. And so Facebook page is written here, ad set name here. So you just name your ad, and then you pick other pages that are significant to you. If you're doing golf, well then you're gonna want Golf Digest and Golf Magazine. You're gonna want other pages that actually teach golf because it's going to target all those people that like that page. So it's really cool. You get this awesome opportunity to really be detailed on finding your audience. We can also target location, where someone lives, which is super important because if we have a brick and mortar store, we don't want to necessarily just be advertising in China, right? So we want, that's not going to be very good for business. So we want to take a look at targeting your location. We can actually target age, which is super important because not everybody wants the same products. We want different things at different ages. Gender, language. So these are very important selections that you can make to actually make your audience just a little bit more targeted. And you'll see this little dial over here, which is pretty cool. We should talk about like a potential reach, whether or not your ad is too broad or if it's more specific and you can actually get it to a certain point. Like for example, this ad that this location and this demographic and this gender and whatever this ad's compiling together is 3,800,000. That's how many people it's going to reach potentially. The problem is a lot of those people aren't going to be interested in what you have to say. Like, it's actually important to find a really good number. You don't want this large, overreaching, broad number. You want a targeted audience. You want someone who's primed and ready and interested in the product or the service that you're trying to sell. Also, you'll see over here estimated daily results, the reach, and also the page likes. This is pretty cool because you can actually see page likes. Now, that's always not accurate. Facebook gets smart as you start using it more. It starts to kind of be able to understand the data a little bit more and have a better understanding about who you're trying to target. As you move along, becoming more detailed in your targeting, you'll notice that you can actually specifically pick the interests of people. So you can decide if someone, let's use the analogy before, golf. If someone likes golf, and you're looking at like putting or golf equipment, golf instruction, you can pretty much assume that they might actually be interested in golf. So you can pick it down to hobbies, outdoors, entertainment, wellness and fitness, things like that, that someone might be interested in your product. So if you sell supplements, well, picking interests that actually are fitness and wellness might be a good idea if you want to sell, that is. You're deciding your audience based off of demographics, based off of the interests that they like, and also the behaviors. So that's really important too. Like, what do they do? Where do they move? When they're on Facebook, what are they searching for? What are they looking for? What kind of videos do they watch? Facebook kind of keeps all that information, and then as the marketer, you get to actually specifically decide where you want your targeted audience to be. And Facebook doesn't give you really their information, but it says, we'll put these in front of these qualified candidates for you. The next area of focus is going to be Facebook ad placements. So you're going to scroll down and you're going to look to see exactly where you want to place the ad. Do you want it in the feed? Do you want it in the audience network? Do you perhaps maybe want it on the sidebar? You get to make that decision. Or you can actually not decide at all and you can just choose automatic placements. I recommend that if you're just first starting, you're not really sure where your ad goes. I found my most successful ads are in the feed of Facebook, nowhere else. So I usually choose feed. But if you're just starting off, you might want to try automatic placements. Facebook will automatically place your ads in Facebook news feeds, in the audience network, Instagram, Messenger. You can find your ads like actually located in a messenger. So someone's sitting here talking to someone else in Messenger back and forth, and your ad is right there on the right-hand side. So that's kind of cool. I don't know if that really works. I've used, like I said, I've used the news feed of Facebook, and I found that had the most success. But when you're first starting out, that can be a little overwhelming. So picking automatic placements is a good idea. Other decisions you get to make with placements are the device. You get to actually choose the device type, whether it's mobile or desktop or both, depending on what they're using. You get to actually pick the platform, whether that's Facebook, Instagram, or Messenger, so on and so forth. And you get the placement of it, whether that's feed or in the stories. Now there's tons of stories, the in-stream videos, there's messages, there's in-articles, apps, and there's tons of sites that are located and connected to Facebook that they'll put their ad on as well. So, and you can Facebook even will put ads external to Facebook. The next topic to cover is to set your budget and your schedule. Well, what does that mean? You just don't throw $300 in there. You want to actually allocate that money wisely. Like, for example, if you're running an ad and you don't expect a lot of people to be awake at 2 in the morning, you might not want that ad to run at 2 in the morning. You might want to turn it off. So it's kind of like a commercial. You get to decide that it runs, let's just say 8 a.m. till 5 p.m. and then it just turns off. Or you can run the ad continuously. But it might make more sense to actually allocate the certain time that most people are going to be on Facebook looking at your ad. If you look on the screen here, there's a budget and schedule. You actually get a bid control. The 97 cents here is the maximum bid for each auction. And then you can choose the daily budget, or you can choose a lifetime budget. So you can decide that you're going to choose that, you're going to decide if you're going to choose like maybe $25 a day, even $5 a day. It's good to get started with $5 a day. That way Facebook starts to actually have a little bit of information about what kind of ad you're running and who to put that in front of. So any data that can be collected by Facebook is good. And when you've made that selection and then you're happy with it, then move to actually scroll down and hit that continue button. Now you're ready to create your ad. So just choose the ad format that you want, then enter the text and then those media components like downloading the video or the actual picture in the format of the ad. And it's going to look a lot like this during the preview. You're going to get a carousel, which is obviously just like a carousel. It moves around and around. You can have we have like 10 images that continuously move around in a carousel type fashion. Or you can have a single image, or you can even have a video in there. Or a collection, which is great for having, displaying articles of clothing, like shoes and pants and things that go together and match. So after you've used this preview tool to upload your media, then decide the potential placement, whether it's mobile, desktop, news, feed, right column, and so on. And when you're happy with it, that's it. You go ahead and you hit that confirm button, and Facebook will notify you when your ad is approved. All right, so now let's cover the biggest mistakes that people make when running Facebook ads. Most people will run an ad and they'll send that directly to their site. So here's cold traffic. They've never heard of you before. You're going to send them to your website. That's just a strange situation for them. Imagine this, right? Because Facebook is a sharing platform. They're on there scrolling, not buying. It's not like Amazon. They're on there seeing what their friends are doing. They're in an environment where they're kind of maybe in different emotional states as they see different pictures of their friends. And then all of a sudden an ad pops up that's maybe relevant to what they like, and they click on that. Now, you send them straight to your website, that's probably not going to convert. Think about that. Cold traffic, probably not going to buy. You need to have an actual solution. You actually have to have your direct traffic to a landing page that's more specific, maybe even an opt-in that says, hey, you're not going to be here very long, but let me get your email address and we'll carry this conversation on at another time. So if you look here on the screen, we've got an ad, and then obviously that ad has people looking at it, and you send that traffic that clicks on your ad to a landing page that's very specific to that offer. So here we are talking about maybe claiming a membership or losing weight for fitness, and then boom, they get an opportunity to try it for free for 14 days. This is awesome because this gives them an opportunity, it gives them an offer, and it really fits in really nicely to what you're saying, versus the ad can be very creative and catch someone's attention, but the home page might not actually reflect the ad. Those things have to be in synergy with each other, and that's going to allow the customer's journey to be a little bit more comfortable. I want to talk about those 3 bonus tips that when you first start advertising. Well, first you've got to pick the right type of ad. That's so important. And you got to look at what type of ads there are. There are image ads, which is just like the one you can see on the screen. There's video ads where if you click that, it plays a video about sewing and knitting if you're interested in that. Then there's a video poll ad, like we talked about this. If you can look in really quickly here, it says, how do you like to drive? So it's kind of cool. It's very interactive. Someone's looking at this going, wow, that's a cool car. And then saying, hey, how do you like to drive? How fast do you like to go? And you get to click and engage and play along with that poll. So that's a cool way to get actual visitors to engage with your ad, not just look at it, but actually engage with it. You can have carousel ads, which we talked about, kind of revolving images that move around and around. We can have slideshow ads, so they can move every kind of 1 or 2 seconds. A new image can come up, which will make it kind of keep the eye active as they're looking through ads. We can expect a collection of ads. That's usually some type of clothing that's being offered. An instant experience ad, a messenger inbox ad. Messenger is actually what is it? What is Messenger? Messenger is Facebook's version of texting. So inside that text box, you can have an ad, which is, I don't know how I feel about that. That's kind of cool, but they allow you to do it. So you're sitting here texting your buddy, and next thing you know, you see an ad. I mean, maybe that works, maybe it doesn't. We have story ads, which can be found in the actual 24-hour stories that go away. And right there, that's all your types of ads. There's more, but there's a few right there. You have to pick which one's right for you. That's super important when deciding this. You just don't want to pick any ad, just an image. If you have a really engaging video and you think it's going to do well, pick that. Pick a video ad and then display that to your customers. Facebook Pixel, that's a piece of code. It's essentially a tracking code, but it's called a pixel. Why Facebook names it something different, I have no idea. Just maybe to confuse us. But a Facebook pixel is just a small piece of code. And it's a tracking code. It kind of shows people where you're going. So if they come to your website and they don't stay very long, what's cool is you can retarget them at a later date. Hey, I noticed you stopped by our website. Would you like to stop back by? You can give them something by retargeting them. That's really, really cool and extremely valuable. So even if you're not ready to track and remarket with your data, still download that pixel and put it on there, because the more time you have on there, the more data that's on there, the better that's going to be for you, and the better that's going to be for Facebook to kind of gather and collect all that data. And the third and final tip is use top-notch photos and videos that actually reflect your brand. There's nothing worse than blurry videos or pixelated pictures. Nobody wants to see that. Make sure that your brand looks very professional. That's going to hold the viewer's attention and keep them there, and it's going to create a good impression. This is your first time they see you, so you want it to be a good impression. So there are tons of websites that actually have free stock image videos and free stock video images and photos, and I'll link those websites down below in the description box. And that's pretty much it. Just make sure that you have top-notch photos, make sure you have a tracking pixel, and make sure that you actually choose the right type of ad. And those are 3 tips that are going to get you started with marketing with Facebook ads. Now, if you're curious about which digital products you'd like to market with Facebook ads, go ahead and check the best digital products to sell online video. And make sure you click that on-screen link to claim your $150 Amazon gift card. That's it for this video. I'm Fish Fisher, reminding you to build a course, build a brand, build a business. And I'll see you in the next one.